Hi, this is Mark Redmond, Executive Director of Spectrum Youth and Family Services. Going to give you a little update for the summer, some of the things happening here. First is our Riverstone counseling program. We do mental health and substance use disorder counseling. We've done it for over 20 years. And we're in a mental health crisis in America right now, especially for teenagers. And Vermont is no exception, and neither is Chittenden County. So I think 2 years ago we had 4 licensed mental health counselors. Now we're up to about a dozen. We ran out of space, so we bought a floor of a building nearby, thanks to some very generous donors. And the waiting list before had been 80 people. 2 years ago, if someone called and they had a child with an eating disorder, substance use disorder, there were 79 young people ahead of them. Thankfully, by adding all these staff in the new building, the waiting list, instead of 80, it's down to 13. Of course, we want it to 0, but we're very, very pleased that we've been able to respond to the need. So that's one very important development. The next will be something called direct cash transfer. This is an idea that one of our staff read about in a report coming out of the University of Chicago. And this report quoted Merrill Lynch as saying that 78% of American parents are able to help their children financially between the ages of 18 and 30. And that would be help with paying for college, or their first car, or their first apartment, or their first house. And I myself was very lucky at age 18 to have parents pay my college tuition and then loan me the money for my first car. The young people we work with at Spectrum, many of them, they just don't have parents who are in the position to help them like that. So what we're going to do, we've already started. We picked 10 of our youth who are either living in our shelter or one of our residences, or they are precariously housed and part of one of our other programs, could be mentoring or the jobs program or the multicultural youth program. We've picked 10 of them, and they will be receiving $1,500 a month for the next 18 months. Now, they will still meet with a case manager each month to see how they're doing job-wise, education-wise, independent living skills. So we're not just handing out the money. They've got to stay connected to Spectrum for the next 18 months. 1 year from now, we'll do 10 other youth. Another year from then, we'll do 10 other youth. And this is because of really one very generous donor who believes in us and believes in direct cash transfer. And also Senator Welch, who happened to get us a federal grant for this. So we are really excited about this. There's one group in New York City doing it. We'll be the first group in New England to do this, and we are going to track the results with our outcomes consultant in terms of how many youth got apartments, how many youth got their first used car, how many went back to school for training or college. So the last thing that I want to talk about is a warming shelter. We've had a warming shelter about 7 or 8 years now. We have 16 beds where young people can stay who are homeless. During the winter, we found 8 years ago, where do we send those young people when it's really freezing out? Maybe the state will put them in a hotel, maybe not, and the hotels really aren't a great placement for a teenage boy or girl. So we started a warming shelter, and it's over on South Winooski Avenue. It's 10 beds. And it's usually open from the beginning of November to the end of March. Well, we've discovered the need goes beyond just the winter months. So again, some very generous people came through for us. The state also helped us out. It'll open November 1st, and then it'll just stay open 12 months of the year, 10 more beds. So we'll have 26 beds altogether. We have 3 beds up in St. Albans for homeless youth there too. So anyway, none of this would be possible if not for the generosity of people like you. It is people like you who believe in our youth, who believe in Spectrum, you believe in our mission, who are supporting us. That is the only reason we're able to do these new developments. And then we have the mentoring program, the drop-in center in St. Albans, the drop-in center in Burlington, or multicultural youth program, detail work, so many things that we're doing, and it's because of people like you. So thank you for your generosity. Thank you for believing in our young people. Have a wonderful end of summer, and thank you for your help.